Good morning. I'm Belinda. Welcome to Belinda's Baubles. A Texas Vlogmas Day 23. Can you believe it's almost Christmas? It's Christmas Eve, as Mandy has stated in her video. But I have been so enjoying going through the Mousewitch yarns. We've been doing an adventure across the United Kingdom 2024. And this morning on our adventure, we are still in Wales and we are at the Pierhead building in Cardiff Bay. I looked up a little bit of information on that, and what I have found was it was built in 1897 for the Butte Docks Company as their offices, which they were renamed later Cardiff Railway Company. It's basically was the headquarters for the Port of Cardiff area, to where if you were needing work or wanting to work in the port, you would go there, and that's where all of their people were. One of the things it was famous for was that it hosted or guarded the first ever £1 million check that was issued over at the coal exchange. It fell into disrepair after, I guess, was no longer being used, or the Butte Docks Company may have gone away. I don't know. But it fell into disrepair for a while, and it reopened in 2012 as a community building or public space that celebrates the South Wales dock area, and has a bit of a museum area to that effect, but also they want it to be able to be someplace that the people of Cardiff can communicate with their government and kind of outside of Parliament, or the Welsh people. I'm not sure if it's just for Cardiff or if it's for all of Wales, but as well as celebrating the South Wales area and overlooking Cardiff Bay, which is just a very iconic looking building. It's beautiful. The terracotta brick was actually brought in from northwest Wales. So it has a little bit of a lot of Wales all combined together, and has inspired this building. And it looks like there's going to be so much detail to this building to look at and see, but I can't wait to see what Mandy's yarn is going to look like. If she goes for the terracotta, or she goes for the bay. There's the Ferris wheel right there. Shall we see? All right, crinkle alert. My voice is a little hoarse. I haven't had anything to drink yet this morning, I'm afraid. Okay, let's look at this picture, because this is not what I was expecting. It's basically a nighttime view, and I had seen some drone footage of this building at night. So look at that purple sky and the yellow lights, and that's what she's picked up, which is a little bit of the terracotta mixed in. There's a little bit of the terracotta. I can't tell if you can see it as terracotta, but we've got purple, gold, a little bit of black in there from the roof. Okay, she always surprises me. Yeah, the purple kind of goes into the terracotta right here, just a little bit. And then the yellow from the lights, a little bit of black from the roof, and the purple from the sky. Definitely not what I expected. All right, so let's see what Scrappy Advent has for us. Ooh, some more stellina. All the stellina went down to the bottom, it looks like. And there's the terracotta I was expecting. This is kind of a terracotta. No, it's not a salmon. So yeah, this would be more of a terracotta. That was what I was expecting from that one. Oh, okay. All right, so we had the Christmas party yesterday. My brother Bill came over and he actually made a couple of gifts for our parents who are headed off to visit one of our siblings in Alaska for Christmas to keep them warm. So I'm going to hold that off for my next podcast and show those to you then. But he brought something else. And I've got to get to work right now, so I don't have time to show it to you yet. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a peek, and we're going to go through this at lunchtime. So for you, it's only going to be a few seconds. For me, it's going to be a lot of the day. I've got to wait because I already waited last night. And this is what he brought. I know I've got my mic is probably blowing out over this, but this is what he brought. Shall I give you a peek? Oh, so I will see you in a couple of minutes or a few seconds as far as you're concerned, and a few hours as far as I'm concerned. Hi, I'm back. It's about like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's been a long day in a whole different way. Sam ended up getting another procedure today, and I ended up leaving work early and going with him on that. So I'm ready for a little bit of fun. Are you? So as I told you a little bit earlier, Bill had some yarn. He's retired now, or semi-retired. And by the way, Bill is my brother, and he has been a knitter for a lot of years and has a lot more knowledge than I do when it comes to knitting. I started out as a crocheter. So he has been going through his stash, and he has been deciding what he actually will use, what he won't use. He's been doing nitty-knotty with some of it and washing it and ripping it out and doing all sorts of things. So he brought this to Christmas and says he's passing the torch, basically. This is all yarn that for whatever reason, he's not going to use. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it did not end up working out for his purposes. So I have only seen the top. I have not gone digging in there. I've been waiting for you. So shall we take a look? We have here Knit Picks, which I've never used Knit Picks, and I've been wanting to use some. So this is Knit Picks Mighty Stitch, 20% superwash wool, 80% acrylic, worsted weight, and with color pomegranate. And I have I have 4 of those. Aren't those pretty? I've kind of cleared the table here. Let's see, we'll start over here. And apparently he was looking at using that. Ooh, there might be more down there. No, that's different. I started looking. He was just doing some test swatches. And so he was looking at this with this Knit Picks. Still Mighty Stitch. This is color Alfalfa. And again, 400 grams. Next up, we're still with the Knit Picks Mighty Stitch. This is in color Oyster. I've got 2 of those. Excuse my chair. I need to oil it or something. I don't know what I need to do to it. Oh, this is a beautiful brown. Color is Bark. Still with that same yarn. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see where he pulled a little bit here. 5. That is next. Okay. So here is some loop threads impeccable. It looks like he used some of it, which this is Michael's in the color chocolate. And I think this is worsted weight. It's 100% acrylic and 1.5 skeins of it. Some more browns. I've worked with that one before. Getting into some Yarn Bees Velvety Smooth. What color is this? This is 100% polyester. It's in a bulky, which this, take a that velvet stuff. So this would be really cool on some cuffs. I didn't see the color on there. And just color black. 2 of those. And there's more. We have a little bit of wool, Lion brand Wool Ease worsted weight. And he got started with it. Let's see what he did. He was just doing all sorts of, trying out different stitch patterns and things. It's a little bit of a, looks like a basket weave down here. With the black, you're not going to be able to see it. And this is Wool Ease worsted weight Forest Green Heather, which that could make some good, the blend of lamb's wool and Easy Care acrylic. That could make some good slippers or gloves or something. What else have we got? Okay, so then he got into a little bit of cotton. And this is Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton. Got some white. This fuchsia pink. And this is worsted weight. This one is color Rosebud. And let's see, this one is an apple green. Okay. So then this is Brava, which is Knit Picks. It's a worsted weight, 100% acrylic, and it's in color pomegranate. Go with any of this? No, this is on its own. A little bit of wildness. Okay, so some more Brava in black. Then there is some Jiffy. This is Lion brand Jiffy in the color Camel. 100% acrylic and bulky. Excuse me, nose was starting to itch. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's it. I've been wanting to maybe do a bulky vest. That would be a nice neutral. Then there are some Lion brand Jiffies. This is again bulky, 100% acrylic. And where's my color? dark gray heather. There's 2 of those. And this one is on its own. It's the same stuff, but it is color silver heather. Okay, nose is floating here. Whew. All right, then here's some more Jiffy with a little extra. So it looks like he used 1. And this color is True Red. Yeah, it's True Red. Then he decided to try something different that just was not him. And there's 2 of these. And what this is Euroflax Originals, machine washable and dryable, wet spun, 100% linen in sport weight. I can see on the end down here where he just tried working with it a little bit and didn't care for it. Approximately 270 yards per 100 gram. It's in the color Willow. And it's they say it's sport weight, but it's a number 2. Huh. And there's 2 of those. Then, again, he was trying for something different. He bought some hemp. This is hemp for knitting, DK weight, designed by Lana Knits. It's 100 grams, 165 yards. 100% long fiber hand or machine wash, lay flat to dry, made in China. I've never seen that one before. And does it have a color? Color's just 005. But there's 4 of those. I've been curious about hemp. Have not done anything with it. Okay, then there's a couple of whites, a black, and a burgundy, but I don't think it matches anything here. Okay, just some odd balls. But this is some interesting things. Which will be fun to play in. I do love this cotton. And those would be some great Christmas colors there. This to me, for him, it was, he said it was just, you know, it had too much drape for anything he was making, that he didn't care for it. But I love drape and stretchy. All right, so I am going to share some of this, not all of it, but I got to find put some new storage together. But I am going to put together at least one pattern prize out of some of this that will be going towards the make-along that Mandy and I will be hosting again for the 2nd year, starting January 1st. What make-along, if you're new here, would you say? It's called the Topping Out Mal, and it's knitting and crocheting. The only thing that you have to do is you have to be it has to be a project that was started or cast on or looped on or whatever prior to January 1st. This will be done on Ravelry, on both Mandy and my channel or our Ravelry pages in our groups. But if you don't do Ravelry, that's okay. You can enter via email. There will be, this will go until from January 1st to March 31st, and there will be monthly pattern prizes. And then at the end, there will be several finished object prizes. So you have your finished objects and your pattern. Now, this year we're calling, double trouble, double chance, because you can enter the same item in both mine and Mandy's Ravelry. Last year she held my hand and she did all the Ravelry. This is my first year doing the Ravelry also. So we're giving you chances in both. And whenever we draw, we're going to be drawing from both. So you can put one project into both and have 2 chances. Someone who doesn't do that will have 1 chance. So you never know. Your number may be up. I'm going to put a little commercial I put together. It's only a minute and a half, don't worry. But all the information will be right here. I'm also going to have a link down below to this same video that will be on its own on my channel so that you can refer back to it at any time. I'm opening up my chatter thread to, after Christmas as well, and then the finished object thread I won't open up until the 1st. So I'm not telling you you have to be 50% done. I'm not telling you have to be only 25% done. None of that. As long as it finishes on the 1st, and as long as you cast it on prior to the 1st, they're eligible. So if you want to have a cast on party on the 31st because you don't have anything, or if you just have one project that you work on at a time, that's okay. That is perfectly fine. You can put multiple pictures of that one project into the chatter threads, or you can and then put the other into the finished objects thread. Or if you want to cast on your next project, set it aside, and then work on it after you finish what you're working on now, that would work too. It's all up to you. This is all for fun. It's to help us kind of clear our needles, clear our hooks at the beginning of the year. And it doesn't mean you're not going to be casting other things on. They're just not going to be eligible for this. If you want to double dip into other make-alongs, go for it. I have no problem with that whatsoever. We will not contact you directly. You must if you are a winner, you will have to contact us, and then we will talk to you. But yeah, if there's any information, if anybody says anything down in the chats or anything, no, we're not announcing it there. It will only be done via video, and we won't be announcing it over on Ravelry. But the announcements could be made on my channel, or it could be made on Mandy's with Mouse's Makes channel. Her channel is also linked down below. So it could be on either of our channels. So you should watch both. Now, subscription is not required, but it would be appreciated. We do these things to kind of grow our channel as well as to have fun and everything. So let's have some fun together. So here's your little video to bring you forward. So you're getting first look. All right, I will see you guys on Christmas Eve.